I am Bex from channel bexbugoutsurvivor, and this one is just a very quick one today. If you're subscribed to the channel already, stay with me till the end because we've got a couple of shout outs and some new kit as well. So here's how the hammock looked when it came to me. It had a nylon webbing through the channel, which was connected to a beaner, which was included, which came with a very short length of nylon. What I'm going to do is get rid of this here, which goes through the channel. I can simply pull it out and it's just a continuous loop made of nylon. Okay, that leaves this empty channel. So I have bought myself a pair of whoopie slings. These are 6 foot, and it has this loop here where you make the adjustments, and on the other end it looks like this with a fixed eye, and it's this fixed eye here that I want to thread through that channel I pulled out the nylon webbing. I'm just going to use the spreader bar for the DD hammock and place the fixed eye of the whoopie over it and start feeding it through the channel of the hammock like this until it comes out the other end. And once we do that and it comes out the other end, we're going to just put it in the lark's head, and that's your first modification done. It's as easy as that. Okay, here's that fixed eye loop. I'm going to reverse this out, and this is what we've just poked through. It's the fixed eye, and the lark's head is very easy. I just push one through the other, so the adjustment end is coming through that fixed eye loop. I'm going to pull it all through, and then I can cinch all this down, and that's your first modification there. So this is the adjustable end of the whoopie suspension, and the hammock itself came with a length of this nylon, and I'm going to use it as a tree hugger and attach it straight to this adjustable end. This is the nylon that came with the hammock that I'm going to use to attach a tree hugger, and I'm going to pull a certain amount of length off and just put an overhand knot into this, and I'm going to put the beaner through it like that. To use it, I'm going to pass the beaner with the tree hugger around the tree like that, and use the beaner to clip into that. Job done, that's up. Now I found myself a tree here with a much narrower diameter and radius here. On smaller trees I can just come around twice and hook in, and that works too. So 2 6-foot whoopies and the nylon tree huggers will accommodate a much wider span of tree for me. So now we're just going to hook up to a couple of trees. So they are your 2 modifications for whoopies if you're using them. Now I've only had the whoopies about a week or so, maybe 2 weeks, and they're very easy to use. They're quite intuitive. So now we come to the kit updates itself. So this was the hammock featured there, and I'll show you the whoopie suspension as well. Now this was only £13 off eBay, and you only have to look at the stuff sack to judge what the rest of the hammock will be like. But it's the stitching that you're going to have to look out for the cheaper you go. I hope you can see that the threads are coming out. Now it's been triple stitched. Well, they should be using a lot stronger cotton. Now this is only a stopgap until one arrives at a lot better, and I'm looking at the ENO, and I'm also perhaps the DD Super Light. Okay, the whoopie suspension pretty easy to use. This section here is called the berry, which is thicker, and it's just a case of pulling on this one and pushing towards the tree with this one. Raise it to where you need it, like we've just seen. When I first looked at buying a whoopie system for a hammock, it was about maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and a pair must have been the best part of 50 quid, so I thought I'm not going to bother. Now, the guy on YouTube who suggested the whoopies was our very own Albert Jones from his YouTube channel, so thanks Albert. A fellow Welshman like me, although I think he's a southern Welshman, but I'm going to try and forgive him for that. Cheers Albert for the suggestion there, that is really helpful. Now, another kit suggestion that was put into the comments was, why don't I ever use a sleeping bag liner? Jim 7115, and Jim is all the way out from Texas. Now, Jim uses the Snug Pack. I'm using the Sea to Summit Reactor. So that's about it, a very quick one. Now, I will be investing, like I said, in a much better hammock. The rules I'm giving myself are, it cannot be any longer than 280 centimetres. I think that's about 8 foot. And I certainly would like it 140 centimetres in width, which is about 4 foot. And if I can get them dimensions, I'd be quite happy with a quality hammock with much better treated cotton for the stitching. So I was looking at the ENO hammock, and that's coming in at 9.5 foot. That is just far too long for what I need. The DD Ultra Light is only 7 foot, which is too short. This is just my make do hammock. It's plenty strong enough for at least a few camp outs. So remember, it was only 13 quid for the hammock. It was 12 quid for the whoopie suspension. And I will see you next time on Bexbugoutsurvivor. See you soon.